So today's topic is about coupling probes and coupling loops. Okay. So what are these actually probes and loops? How they are coupled to waveguide? What are the reasons for coupling these probes or loops to the waveguides? Okay. So to make it simple, you might have already listened the word probes, connecting probes. Alanti, you might have already listened. Okay, these probes are used for communications. Okay, similarly, loops are also some kind of a wiring mechanisms which are used for connecting for our waveguides. So before going to the coupling probes and coupling loops, we need to know what how a waveguide is connected with a microwave source. So mostly our waveguides are used for transmission of our microwave signals. That can be an electric field or a magnetic field or an electromagnetic field. So these waveguides we have already seen. These are in different types and different shapes. Each waveguides are used for transmission of the microwave signal. So if you see here, if at all you want to transmit any microwave signal in a waveguide, we need a microwave source. So this microwave source can be an oscillator or a generator or any kind of device which will keep on generating microwave signals. So always a waveguide is connected to a microwave generator or a microwave source through which the microwave signals are transmitted, and these signals will be reaching to the other end. This end can be anything. It can be a connector, it can be a microwave junction, it can be a CRO probe, CRO, or it can be any kind of device. All these ends will be connected to uh, these several components or several devices. But initially, a waveguide need to be connected to a microwave source. So once an electromagnetic signal or a microwave signal are transmitting through these waveguides, this is how it looks. So this is a transmission of a microwave signal through a bent waveguide where we can see with some axis, and the whole microwave signal is propagating through the direction of z-axis. Now, let us see. Now, let us say these two ends are closed. Okay. Generally, we are connecting a microwave source or microwave generator to one end of the waveguide. Okay. And we are transmitting the microwave signal. Now, let us take a cavity resonator which is closed with two ends. Okay. But I want to produce some energy into that. Okay. Using that particular cavity resonator, I want to generate some energy. So what I will do, my two ends are closed, right, of this particular cavity resonator or a waveguide. Okay. Now, this waveguide with a closed ends of two, like this. Okay. So this is closed now, and this is also closed. If these two are closed, where it has got a hollow space, can I consider this metallic tube with two closed end as a cavity resonator? Yes, right? Any metallic tube or any tube with a hollow space in it and closed by two ends. This is one end and this is another end. Closed by two ends can be considered as our cavity resonator. Okay. Now, suppose I want to insert some microwave energy into this or some signal into this. What I need to do? What is the possible way? Yes, can anyone say? This is a cavity resonator which is closed by two ends, but I want to transmit some signal into this. What is the way? This end is closed as well as this end is closed, but I want to transmit some signal through this. Yeah. So in order to insert energy into a cavity resonator when the two ends are closed, okay, we need to make a hole, and this hole is fitted with a coupling probe or as coupling loops. I will show you how these coupling probes and coupling loops look, okay, and how these coupling probes are used for and for what these coupling loops are used for. So This is how a coupling probe look. See, this is a cavity resonator or a waveguide through which we have made a hole and we have inserted a pipe like kind of structure. Okay, so if you see here, this is a tube which has got some energy in that, and if at all you want to input some energy or take an energy, okay, so you will be using a pipe like structure inserted into this particular waveguide or a cavity resonator, either to take the signal out of from that cavity resonator or waveguide, or to insert some signal through that particular waveguide. Okay, this is probe is nothing but kind of a wire kind of structure or a pipe kind of structure which is used as an antenna. Okay, aim లేదు waveguide కానీ resonator కానీ తీసుకొని make a hole in that and put a metallic pipe in that. Okay, that pipe will act as a coupling. As we have connected this particular metallic pipe to a cavity resonator or a waveguide, okay, as we have connected that through a hole, we are calling it as coupling. And as this probe is used for both transmission and reception of the signal, you can either input the signal through a waveguide or cavity resonator, or you can take the output. You can extract the signal from the cavity resonator or waveguide through that particular hole with coupling. Okay, so simple ga aim ledhu. Take a balloon, okay, fill it with air, so make a small hole in that. Okay, so you can insert or input air through that particular hole made into that, and you can also extract the air from that particular hole of a balloon. Similarly, here also these coupling probes are used for giving input of the signal as well as extracting the microwave signal either from waveguides or cavity resonators. Simple concept. Okay, but why these are probes are different and loops are different, we will see right now. Okay, if at all you are using coupling probes, okay, this is how a graphical representation. This is a cavity resonator or a waveguide through which they have made a hole in between cavity resonator or a waveguide, and they have inserted a pipe kind of structure. This is nothing but it is this pipe is coupled, which is considered as probe. Simple ga hole chesi oka madhyalo nunchi we are inserting one metallic tube which we are considering it as a probe. Okay, now when a small probe is inserted into a waveguide or a cavity resonator, which is used for supplying microwave energy or else absorbing the microwave energy, it acts as an antenna. See here. So if at all this cavity resonator or a waveguide does not contain signal, let us assume, you can make a hole in that, you can insert a probe, and you can transmit microwave signals from outside to this particular cavity resonator, okay, which acts as an input port. Okay, now let us assume the second condition, the waveguide or the cavity resonator is already filled with the signal. If at all you want to extract the signal present in the waveguide or a cavity resonator, you can again make a hole, you can couple this using a coupling probe, and you can extract this signal present in the cavity resonator or a waveguide. So this coupling probe here acts as an antenna. Either it can take the signal from the cavity resonator or a waveguide, or it can also give the signal or provide the signal to the cavity resonator or an waveguide. Okay, so when a small probe is inserted into a waveguide and it is supplied with microwave energy, it acts as an antenna. So this particular probe will act as an antenna either to receive or to transmit the microwave signal. So as we are using a coupling probe, always current flows into the probe. So electric field, whenever we are dealing with electric field, okay, it will be generating whenever we are using a coupling probe, okay, which is of straight line. This is the real-time coupling probes which you see here. Okay, so these are used to fit into the cavity resonators or the waveguides by making a hole. Okay, so if at all you are using a coupling probes, you can set up an electric field in a cavity resonator or a waveguide. Okay, So that is the main difference of coupling loop and coupling probe. If at all you are using a coupling probe in a cavity resonator or a waveguide, a electric field in that particular electromagnetic wave will be set. Okay. Coming to coupling loops, if you see here, previous in a coupling probe, you have seen the probes are of straight line or a straight cylindrical kind of probe or a pipe metallic tubes. Okay, that's why it is just producing an electromagnetic field. But here, if you see the coupling loops, okay, whatever the pipe which is inserted into this waveguide or cavity resonator, this is just a diagrammatic representation. Whatever the metallic tube inserted into the waveguide or cavity resonator, the inserted end will be having a turn or a circular shape. Okay, whenever any antenna or a turn has a circular shape, okay, what it produces, or a coil kind of thing shape, what it produces? See, whenever, see, this is a diagrammatic representation. They have made a hole in that. Yes, they have made a hole in that and they have inserted a cable or a metallic tube which has got a circular turn or a bend, okay, which we can also call it as loop, okay. Whenever an energy is passed through a loop kind of structure, it produces magnetic field, okay, as some of you have typed in the message. Yes, okay. So if at all it is in straight line, coupling probe, as it is in straight line, it generates only electric field. Coming to the coupling loops, as the design is in bent or a circular shape or a loop kind of thing, okay, whenever energy passes through that or receives through that, okay, as it has got a loop kind of structure for that particular thing, okay, it keeps on generating magnetic field. These are the real-time components or the coupling loops used for generating a magnetic field. Okay, so after injecting an energy into a waveguide is by setting a H field. That means a magnetic field. So if at all you want to transmit or receive a magnetic field kind of energy, you need to use a coupling probe, where these coupling loops, okay. If at all you want to generate some kind of electric field, you need to go for coupling probes, okay. So why we are using coupling probes and coupling loops are nothing but these coupling probes and coupling loops are used as an antennas to either transmit the signal from the waveguide or the cavity resonator, or to receive the signal from the outside to the waveguide or a cavity resonator. If at all we are using coupling probe, okay, so this coupling probe looks like this. It's a straight metallic pipe which is inserted into a cavity resonator or a waveguide, okay, which acts as an antenna. If at all there is a straight line of metallic pipe which is called as coupling probe, electric field is generated. This is how it looks. If at all we are using a loop kind of metallic pipe through a cavity resonator or a waveguide, it will be considered as our coupling loops, where coupling loops are used for generating magnetic fields. ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ప్రోబ్ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్లో ఉంటే ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ జనరేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడైనా కాయిల్ లాగా, లేకపోతే యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో సీ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ హీటర్స్లో కానీ యూ కెన్ సీ ఇన్ ఫ్యూ antennas also, whenever an electric field is need to be generated, okay, it will be, whenever a magnetic field need to be generated, okay, we need to have a pipe or an antenna kind of structure which is of in loop type, okay. So always coupling loops are used for magnetic field generation, okay, and coupling probes are used for electric field generation. These are how it looks. See, This is a cavity resonator or a waveguide. We can see this is a coupling loop which has got a turn at one end of it. Whenever it is inserted, if at all there is a signal over here, what it does is, so coupling loop insert అయింది కదా వేవ్ గైడ్ లో కానీ క్యావిటీ రెజోనేటర్ లో కానీ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ ఎండ్. సో దీంట్లో ఉన్న సిగ్నల్ ఏమవుతుంది, ఇట్ కీప్స్ మూవింగ్ టు అండ్ ఫో. యాజ్ దేర్ ఇస్ అ కప్లింగ్ లూప్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ హియర్ విత్ ఎ టర్న్, this signal in this captured in this keeps on make turnings, okay, through which a magnetic field will be generated. ఎప్పుడైనా లూప్స్ లాగా కాయిల్స్ లాగా హెలికల్ షేప్ లో ఉంటే it will be generating magnetic field. Whenever it has got a straight line kind of pipe mechanisms, it will be generating electric field.